Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I wanted to show you how I customize or add length to my hair toppers. Now, mostly all hair toppers I've seen, not every single one, but generally speaking, toppers come in like the 16-inch length. That's like the pretty standard length they come in. So I have a topper right now that is 16 inches, and for most people, that's probably long enough, but for me, I like the length. So I'm gonna show you step by step how I add length to the toppers. I don't think I've ever done a video showing this, so I figured it would be helpful since I have to do it. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and the notification bell down below. And without further ado, if you guys would like to see how I customize or add length to my hair toppers, then just keep watching. So some of you may be saying to yourself, well, couldn't you just put clip-ins or a halo underneath the topper? Yes, you could, but I'm gonna tell you why I do not like that. So if you go back to like my other hair topper videos from like years ago, it just looks too bulky, either with the halo or the clip-ins. Both are gonna take time to install in your head. Clip-ins are going to take more time to install in your head with the topper, so it's not necessarily as quick as it would be as you've seen me just pop the topper on. So that's one reason why I like to do this the way that I do it. I literally put the topper on, I'm good to go. I'm not putting any clip-ins in or halos. Halos, after a while, in my personal opinion, I can feel the wire, it gets uncomfortable, and the hair can just look really bulky with the topper on top. If you go back to my videos, you probably see it just looks too bulky. And then not only that, when you have clip-ins or a halo, you will see the cutoff of the 16 inches of the hair topper. It kind of will see where it ends and then where the extensions keep going. The method I'm going to show you, it blends seamlessly so that you cannot tell. So this is the topper right now that I currently need to add some length to. It is 16 inches. So what I'm going to do to achieve the length is I'm going to add wefts. We are going to sew in wefts. Now I'm really excited because I've actually never done this particular type of weft before, but this is Amazing Beauty Hair, which I've mentioned in many videos. Their extensions are great and you can get them on their website or Amazon, and they're very affordable. So these are their Virgin Genius wefts. And when I actually received these, I was shocked because these are the thinnest wefts I've ever seen in my entire life. So they're really going to blend great, and I'm not going to notice anything, any bulkiness or anything. These come in many different shades and colors, and they even have like rooted or ombre ones as well. They come in 18 inches and 22 inches. So I got 22 inches, but most likely I am going to like trim this a little bit. You'll see probably at the end of the video once the topper is complete. But just to be safe, I got the 22 inches. Now they have two different number 60s. They have a 60A, which is the ash blonde, and then they have a 60, which is their light blonde. Light blonde, yeah, that's what it is. I'll have this link down below. So I just wanted to mention that they do have two 60s, but they have a bunch of different shades. So this is their 60, and obviously, as you guys can see, I have lowlights through this. I did the lowlights myself. I put a 7A through this to kind of blend with my like hair color a little bit better, or with the topper. But obviously you can take them to a hairdresser and your hairdresser can customize them. But again, they do have a wide variety of colors. It's just blonde is a little bit trickier to match. So that's why I end up usually having to go in and put some lowlights through. So I just want to get close up so you can just see like how thin these wefts are. They're just so thin. And if you were to use these as hand tides, they would just be so thin up against your head. I don't do hand tides anymore, but if I did them with these, maybe my experience would have been a little bit different. But anyway, so these are what we are going to use today. Now, these Genius wefts, they come with 3 of these wefts that are pretty long, and you can even double them up. And I believe each box or each pack comes with 60 grams. So it comes with 3 of these, and they're 60 grams each. Now, I don't know, I have 2 boxes here, but I don't think I'm gonna need the whole 2 boxes. You don't wanna have so much hair. We're literally just trying to add length and make it blend. So I think 1 box, I'm gonna obviously have to like cut them, but you'll see that in the demo. I think 1 box should be okay, but these are gonna blend so nicely, and they're not super bulky on the bottom, which I love. So I will have these linked down below if you're interested. Again, for adding length to toppers, these are great, but if you also want to have these as hand-tied hair extensions, extensions, I would go with these because they are just so thin and so lightweight. So before I show you how to add length to your toppers and how I do this, it's actually really not that hard at all. I just want to go over what you're going to need. So obviously you're going to need the extensions that are going to add length. So I'm using Amazing Beauty's Genius Weft right here. And then next you are going to obviously need your topper, which we have, and I think I did a pretty good job of matching. These might be a little bit, like you might see the low light a little bit more right now, but the low lights will fade over time and it'll look like really nice and blend really nicely. So I'm not worried about it, but you will need a topper to add length to. And then next, you're gonna need scissors. I don't have those to show you, but you will see them in the demo of me doing this. And then lastly, you are going to need, and I'm going to link these because I got these on Amazon, or this pack on Amazon, but you're going to need the thread to sew on the inside of the topper. So this is a 3-pack and it's basically, it says it's just thread for wigs. So this will last me pretty much forever, but they have different colors. So what I will say is, depending on what color your topper is or your hair, get a color that is going to match pretty well. So I have kind of this like light taupey color. I've used in the past like a yellow before, or like a yellow blonde. So something that's just kind of similar. You're not really gonna see it, but just in case, just use something similar. It's still gonna be underneath, but yeah, so that's what I do. Lastly, you're just going to need a needle. Now you can get this from any kind of like sewing kit, but I'd recommend getting one that has a hole that's big enough for you to get this thread through. You don't want a really small one. So that's basically it, you guys. It's pretty simple. So quickly, I just wanted to show you the 16-inch topper on. I mean, it's not bad, but I prefer more length. So this is kind of, you know, what it looks like before. I do have a couple like tape-ins in here that I need to take out, and I don't actually prefer doing tape-ins in toppers, FYI, so I will have to take them out. But generally speaking, the 16 inches is pretty much as long as my real hair, so that's another reason why I don't, this is my real hair, that's another reason why I don't really like the 16 inches. I want to add a little bit of length, so that's what we are going to do. You can kind of see where the 16 inches ends. So yeah, it doesn't look bad, but we want to add more length. So this is what it looks like before. So this is one of the Genius Wefts. I am going to fold it in half. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to keep the length of it, but you can totally customize it. Before I line it up, I'm going to poke a hole through the weft like so, as you can see. So now I'm going to try to like line up exactly where I want to have this. I don't think I want to start right at the front. I think I'm going to start like right by this clip right here. And basically, as you can see, I'm going to loop in almost like this like plastic part, and then I'm going to pull the needle through. And go slow doing this, just because the string can kind of sometimes get tangled, but you're just going to pull through slowly until you hit your knot. And it's that simple, you guys. Since these are thin, you do have to kind of really make sure you're getting the needle through both of these, but that's fine. Just make sure that you're getting the needle through both of these like really small wefts. So I have the needle through, so I'm going to pull it through like this first. I'm just gonna loop it through. As you can see, I'm not gonna go all the way through because you don't want to see it on the other side. I'm kind of just going through this plastic part right here and then coming out the plastic part again, like you can see, and then pulling up. And then that's how we're going to make each loop. Again, just go slow when you're pulling this because it can get tangled. I'm going to keep going, just weaving in through the wefts, weaving in through the topper and back out. I'm going to basically just finish this whole strip right here. I'm going to go to there, and I'm going to go pretty much to the bottom of where this clip is. There's still that plastic right there. I'll move my finger. There's still that plastic right there, so I can still like weave through there, and then it'll end right there just about, and that'll be one section. So I will be back shortly. Now, as you can see, we have one whole weft sewn on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just knot this once, as you can see, and I'm going to push it down and make sure the knot is right up against the end. I'm going to do it twice just to make sure, and then we're going to cut this thread, and then we're going to move on to the next weft. So I'm just going to cut this. I have 2 more wefts left from this pack, so I'm going to kind of, you know, start where we left off there, have that one go there, and then this next weft, doubling it up. It should be able to cover the whole, you know, perimeter of where I want it to be on the topper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just sew this one in, and then if I need to add any more hair, we will. And if not, then I'm going to show you the final result probably tomorrow when I'm done with all of this. So it is the next day. I finally finished my topper and added the Genius Wefts in, and I am really impressed with the result. Compared to traditional wefts, I barely feel any bulkiness with these sewn on to the topper. And again, if I had clip-ins, if I had a halo, it would be super bulky and be very time consuming. This is just one piece that I snap on, snap off. So I really like how it came out. You see how you don't see any layers. It's not choppy. Now I went ahead and I couldn't wait. I probably should have waited for my sister to, you know, put angles and like layers in this, but I just like did this myself. And that's the other thing that I've been doing lately with my toppers. If they don't come with like angles or layers, I like to just cut them in because I think it looks more natural that way. So if I have to have my sister kind of like tweak it and fix it, I will, but I just wanted to let you know that I did just do that and add these angles and layers in. Now, another thing that you can do if you have leftover wefts or hair when you are adding in the wefts to a topper, you can go into the center and sew in like you don't even have to double them up, just do like one in the center, and that will just help to blend it a little bit more. But again, you don't see any choppiness going on. And like if you go back years ago in some of my topper videos, it just looked bulky, and you could see where like the topper ended and where my either clip-ins or halo or whatever kind of started, where it's a seamless transition into the topper. The hair is so silky smooth, really great quality. And last, I did want to mention, obviously I cut the angles and the layers in. I did cut a couple inches off, but the topper is 16 inches. So I want to say this is around like 18 or 19 inches. So I added, you know, like 3 inches or so of hair, which is perfect for me. I don't need like a full 20 inches. Like I don't want my hair down to there for this topper especially. So I figured I would mention that. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys with the final result and make a video on how to add length to a hair topper that looks natural. Anyways, that is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.